Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We're going to begin tonight with a growing and potentially dangerous rift between the White House and the president's top scientific advisors over coronavirus. Tonight, CBS News has learned that CDC Director Robert Redfield, as well as the nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, have been sidelined from the president's coronavirus task force. Now, that news comes after a stunning rebuke of Dr. Redfield by President Trump, saying Redfield, who has spent his career studying viruses and heads the world's premier public health agency, misunderstood the question when he testified under oath it will take until the middle of next year to vaccinate enough Americans to limit the spread of COVID. With the election just 47 days away, the president keeps suggesting a vaccine will be ready before Americans cast their ballots. Now, that is something that most experts, including the government's own scientists, say is just not true for the general public. And that disagreement has led to a day-long duel pitting science versus spin. It's the kind of political fight you might expect in an election year, only this time American lives and the economy are at stake. As we come on the air, the number of people killed by coronavirus in the U.S. is now nearly 200,000. And tonight, the country's largest public school system, New York City, is abruptly canceling its plans to start in-person learning for all students on Monday. Well, there's a lot of new reporting to get to tonight. Our team of correspondents is standing by to cover it all. CBS's Paula Reid is going to lead off our coverage tonight from the White House. Good evening, Paula.
Good evening, Nora. Today, President Trump continued to tease the possibility of an earlier-than-expected vaccine, but former administration officials tell CBS News they're concerned that health experts are being pressured to approve a vaccine for political reasons. President Trump continued to claim today that a vaccine will be ready very soon, a prediction critics say he's making with November 3rd in mind.
The vaccine is way ahead of schedule, but I'm being criticized for bringing it back too fast.
But the CDC and most health experts say Director Robert Redfield's timeline of late spring or summer next year for most Americans is accurate. A former senior administration official tells CBS News the White House cares more about messaging than solving the problem of the virus, and that they're being asked to do things they don't want to. The tension between the two was on display Wednesday when Redfield discussed the availability of the vaccine.
I think we're probably looking at late second quarter, third quarter, 2021.
I think he made a mistake when he said that.
Former acting CDC Director Richard Besser.
When you see the president publicly undermining the head of the CDC, it gives people room to question the public health advice. And what's happening in this nation is people are choosing whether or not to follow the recommendations of public health.
One former White House official upset with the president's handling of the pandemic is going public with her endorsement of Joe Biden.
I'm Olivia Troy.
Olivia Troy, a former Homeland Security advisor to Vice President Mike Pence, released a video today describing what she saw in the White House.
When we were in a task force meeting, the president said maybe this COVID thing is a good thing. I don't like shaking hands with people. I don't have to shake hands with these disgusting people.
The vice president dismissed her concerns.
It reads to me like one more disgruntled employee who's left the White House and now has decided to play politics during an election year.
A source close to Redfield say he is not expected to resign from the CDC despite clashing publicly with the president. But scientists at the CDC say the White House still has such tight control over the messaging related to COVID. They're worried that critical public health information is not being disseminated in a timely manner. Nora?
Paula Reid at the White House tonight. Thank you.